Hello everyone, I am Ashwini Saurabh Mehras from Department of Statistics, RBNB College, Srirampur. Today I am going to teach you harmonic mean. So before that we have learned the type of averages which are arithmetic mean, geometric mean, also the positional averages like mean, like median and mode. So now we are going to study harmonic mean. So there are some situations where other type of average like arithmetic mean or geometric mean are not properly gives us the correct answer. So one example for that is, suppose a train is leaving its terminus and traveling a distance of 1 kilometer by speed of 10 kilometers per hour, and it is traveling for the next 1 kilometer by 15 kilometer per hour speed. So this is the speed of train for the first kilometer, it is 10, and speed of train for the next kilometer is 15. And now if we are asked to obtain the average speed of train, then we can calculate it by, so we know the formula for speed, so which is distance upon time. Here we have to take total distance upon total time. Here we can see that there is a 2 kilometer is the total distance, and time can be calculated as 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 15. So this will give us the answer 12.5 kilometer per hour. So this is the actual average speed of the train, which is calculated by using the formula for harmonic mean. If we calculate the average by using our regular arithmetic mean, then it will be 10 plus 15 upon 2, because there are two number of observations, so it will give us 12. So 12 is not a correct speed, that is correct average speed is 12.5 kilometer per hour. So this is the situation where harmonic mean is more proper than arithmetic mean. So let's see its definition. So the definition is, harmonic mean, which can be written as HM, is the reciprocal of arithmetic mean of reciprocal of observations. So if x1, x2, so on xn, these are n number of observations in our data, then arithmetic mean can be calculated by adding these observations divided by n, and harmonic mean, now it can be calculated. So this is the reciprocal, means 1 upon of arithmetic mean. So here I have to take arithmetic mean, means this will be 1 upon x1 plus 1 upon x2 plus 1 upon xn and divided by n to get its arithmetic mean. So this can be written as n upon summation of 1 upon xi. So this is the formula to calculate harmonic mean of the given data. Then we will see one example. So suppose these are the observations and we are calculating its harmonic mean, then we have to calculate HM. So there are 5 observations, so 5 divided by, we have to add the reciprocals, so 1 upon 73 plus 1 upon 84 plus 1 upon 47, 1 upon 91 and 1 upon 56. So in this way we will get the answer approximately 66.2. So you can calculate this. So our harmonic mean for this data set is 66 upon 02. So in this way we can calculate it. There are some merits and demerits of using harmonic mean. First is, of course, it is not so easy to understand and not simple to calculate. As we have to take the reciprocals, so it may be not very simple. Harmonic mean cannot be obtained for qualitative data like honesty, or if we are given the data regarding to intelligence or the qualitative type data, then we cannot calculate it. It cannot be obtained for data with open-end classes. Actually, I am writing the demerits for harmonic mean. The first is, it is not easy and simple to calculate. It cannot be obtained for qualitative data, and it cannot be calculated the data for open-end classes. So these are the demerits. Then if any observation is 0, then we cannot get harmonic mean. Also, there are few more demerits, like it cannot be shown graphically. It is not actual observation in the data. So like mean or mode, there is an actual observation for that, but for harmonic mean, when we are going to calculate the reciprocal of arithmetic means, then it may not be the actual observation in the data. So for that we have taken example. So in that case also, it is not the actual observations out of these 5 observations. Also, we can see that here we have to take only the positive value or values in positive range. So for negative values, harmonic mean may not be calculated. So these are first the demerits of harmonic mean. There are certain merits also. The first merit is, it is capable of further mathematical calculations. Or mathematical analysis. Then it is rigidly defined. So these are certain merits for harmonic mean. There are some uses. So we will see uses of harmonic mean. So it is calculated for average speed or average rate. So whenever we have to calculate the average speed or average rate, so in that case harmonic mean is most preferred. Now we have seen the three type of averages, that is mathematical type of averages: arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean. So now we will see the relationship between them. So it is given as arithmetic mean is greater than geometric mean and that of harmonic mean. Now we will prove this result for taking two observations. Suppose we have the two observations A and B in our data set, then by using the definition, arithmetic mean will be the addition of these two observations divided by 2. Then geometric mean will be, so it is the square root of product of these two observations, that is nth root. Because there are two observations, I am taking square root. Then harmonic mean, according to definition, we have to write 2 divided by, because there are two observations, 2 divided by 1 upon A plus 1 upon B. So it is twice AB upon A plus B. And now we will see, suppose arithmetic mean is greater than geometric mean. Let's see what happens. So A plus B upon 2 is greater than or equal to root of AB. So if we solve this mathematically and if we get the correct or true result, then this statement will hold. So A plus B is greater than or equal to, if we take it square, it's twice 4AB. Then we will solve this. So A square plus twice AB plus B square is greater than or equal to 4AB, which means A square, if we take this 4AB, then we will get A minus B bracket square is greater than or equal to 0. So which is always true. So this statement holds, means arithmetic mean is always greater than or equal to the geometric mean. So we have proved this part. Now we suppose that geometric mean is greater than harmonic mean. Then let's see. So suppose geometric mean is greater than or equal to harmonic mean. We have stated this statement. Then root of AB, this must be greater than twice AB upon A plus B. Further we will solve this. So A plus B will be greater than twice AB upon root of AB. If we take square of both sides, then we will get 4AB. Further, and again we have A square minus twice AB plus B square, which means A minus B bracket square, and this is always true. So this equation holds, means geometric mean will be always greater than or equal to harmonic mean, means we have proved this part. Now from these two results we can easily say that arithmetic mean greater than geometric mean is greater than harmonic mean. So this we have done for only two observations, and this result can be generalized for n observations. Means suppose there are 3 observations A, B and C, then also we can prove the same and we will get this result. So in general, suppose there are n observations, then this equality or this inequality holds, and this result can be proved also for the frequency distribution. Means suppose there are x means observations and its frequencies are given, then this result can also be proved. So let's see one more result, which is we can prove arithmetic mean is greater than harmonic mean by using Cauchy-Schwarz inequality. Means we know this result, so summation of A, B, so AI, BI, this bracket square is always less or equal to summation of AI square into summation of BI square. So this we know, this is the Cauchy-Schwarz inequality. Suppose we put AI equals to summation of, that is xi, which is in the root, and bi equal to 1 upon root of xi. So this is root of xi. Suppose we put a equal to root of xi and b equal to 1 upon root of xi, then we will get here. So summation of this will be cancelled and here it will remain 1 square, or we can write it as n square. Then this is less or equal to summation of xi, because root and its square will be xi, into this will be 1 upon root of xi. Sorry, this will be 1 upon summation of xi. And now we can see here, so summation of xi upon n, and this will be greater than n upon summation of 1 upon xi. So in this way we can write, this is arithmetic mean is always greater than or equal to harmonic mean. Here we have proved this result by using Cauchy-Schwarz inequality. Here I have to write this summation. Then we will see the next result. This result states that geometric mean is product of arithmetic mean into harmonic mean and its square root. So we will prove this result by using, suppose there are two observations A and B, then arithmetic mean will be A plus B upon 2, geometric mean will be root of AB, and harmonic mean, just now we have seen that, so twice AB upon A plus B. Now we will see first this side. So arithmetic mean multiply by harmonic mean. So multiplication is done and it will be AB. If we take square root on both sides, then we will get root of arithmetic mean into harmonic mean. This will be root of AB and root of AB is geometric mean. So in this way we can prove this relation between the three type of average, AM, GM and HM. Here we have seen all type of averages like AM, GM, HM, the relation between them, then mode and median. Now we will see the next point, which is weighted mean. So weighted mean means there are certain cases where we have to assign the weights for observations. Means suppose the observation 3 has given weight 2 and the observation 4 has given weight 1. So 3 and 4 are the observation and it has given the different weights, means the observations are not same. So if we calculate its arithmetic mean, then this will give one answer. and if we considered its weight means its importance in the data set, then we can see that the weight of 3 is 2 and weight of 4 is 1, means this number 3 is having more importance than the observation 4. So here we have to calculate the weighted mean. So in that case, the formula to calculate weighted arithmetic mean is we have to take summation of Wi xi divided by summation of Wi. Here I am taking the notation Wi for weight, means W1, W2 and Wn are the weights corresponding to the observations x1, x2 xn. So this is the formula by which we can calculate weighted arithmetic mean. Similarly, we can calculate weighted geometric mean. So we can calculate it by 1 upon summation of Wi into anti-log of 1 upon n into summation of, so Wi into log of xi. So in this way we can calculate so here I have to write summation of Wi. So in this way we can calculate the weighted arithmetic mean, weighted geometric mean, or it can be written in this form. This is product of xi raised to its weights and bracket raised to the corresponding frequency, means 1 upon n. So in this way we can calculate the weighted arithmetic mean and weighted geometric mean. So in this lecture we have started the weighted mean, and in the next lecture we will study some more weighted mean, means weighted harmonic mean. Then we will see its uses and some examples. So thank you.